Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang?
Good things come to those who wait. That's what they say. I've been waiting far too long for some good to come my way. It's always one step forward, two steps back, but I won't let it get me down. 'Cause I'm still here and I know this year some good's gonna come around. Somewhere the sun is shining, somewhere the day is new. There's a place where flowers bloom, where every bird is singing their tune. And someday, oh someday, I'll be there too. Good things come to those who wait. And I don't mean to sound cliche, but I'll keep waiting as long as I need for some good to come my way. There's a place where skies are blue, where every hope and every dream comes true. And someday, oh, I'll be there too. And good things come to those who wait, while I'd like for it to be today. I'll keep waiting as long as it takes for some good to come my way. For some good to come my way. For some good gonna come my way.
can we do but get through? And we'll sing hallelujah, but what is that to you right now? Let's talk in a way that can give us some faith to go round. We'll hold tight as we can when it's better again. That'll sustain me for now. Hungry for the road all my life, thirsty for adventure all my youth, chasing all my freedoms down Liberty Avenue. Every time I hear a phrase my mother used to say to me, everything happens for a reason. I get the feeling I need a little taste of home, 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 just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Nothing like kitchen conversation, steam coming up off the stove, photographs down the staircase showing the stories unfold. And every time I hear a song my father used to sing to me, sweet words of an Irish lullaby, I get the feeling I need a little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Home, 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 just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home, 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 no matter where I go. A little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Just bought my ticket, pick up the phone.
You're like a song that I sing in the morning on a perfect holiday. You're like the warmth of the sun on my skin when clouds look gray. You're like the joy of a trip that's coming to a place with ocean view. You're like an old familiar friend when all is new. You're like the sound of the raindrops drumming on a Thursday summer day. You're like the scent of coffee brewing in the morning. You're like the crackling of a fireplace on a chilly winter night. You're like the cabin made for two while inside is snowing. Oh, 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 oh. like a movie scene wherever you go. And do you know that I know that you know? You know. And when you drive one of your smiles, the sound of tires on body's wall. 'Cause your laughter is the soundtrack of my life. The soundtrack of my life. Soundtrack of my life. The soundtrack of my life. You're like a song that I sing in the morning on a perfect holiday. You're like the warmth of the sun on my skin when clouds look gray. You're like the joy of a trip that's coming to a place with ocean view. You're like a note familiar when all is new. When all is new. You're like a song that I sing in the morning on a perfect holiday. You're like the warmth of the sun on my skin when clouds look gray. You're like the joy of a trip that's 하루의 끝엔 눈마저 지고 그 길 위에 빈 다섯 번째의 계절 같은 자리에 반짝이던 별처럼 떠난 적 없는 널 이제야 알게 된 걸 지나간 기억은 풍경으로 남아 바람길 따라 흩어진 너와 함께한 시간 다시 그때로 돌아가 함께 할 수만 있다면 빛으로 물들어 우리 이제는 다시 내게 Here's my prayer 겨울이 가고 또다시 봄이 오듯 희미한 빛도 제자리를 찾아 너와 지새던 긴 밤의 추억이 꽃을 피우던 날 잊혀지지 않는